Greetings and salutations to everybody. Thank you for joining us for another great episode of the No Scripts podcast. Of course, I am your host, Kier Scott. Thank you, everybody who's continuously joins in to the show and watches. Thank you for all the shares, all the likes to the videos. Thank you for leaving those comments. I definitely appreciate it. It does not go unnoticed. I had a lot of people reaching out to me, just telling me how much they enjoy the show, how much they appreciate what I'm doing right now. I thank you all. Thank you for all the future guests that are looking to join the show. I'm super excited to have you all come out. Today we got another great guest, of course, like every single week. It's another 914 native, go by the name of KYD Works. He tells me he's a jack of all trades, man. He said he's an artist. He does some acting, does some modeling. He wanted me to give you guys a note. So he is the Lord Wolf of the Lost Dynasty / culture music group, which he represents. I got to find out a little bit about that. I don't know if that's like some Naruto type of time, some anime, which I love. I love anime. I'm just not too familiar with it. Got to find out more. Super excited to have this young man join us. He's definitely gifted. He's got a song with Fred the Godson and Jamal Ray. Man, like I said, we're going to have another great episode. A lot of great questions we're going to continue to ask. And again, I thank you guys for continuing to watch this thing grow. It's going to get better and better every single week. Thank you. We'll be back shortly, okay? All right, all right. We are here. KYD Works, how you doing, man?
I'm well. I'm blessed. Count the blessings. How you?
Man, I'm great, man. A little bit tired. I can't lie, man. I'm doing 2 episodes, like recording 2 to 3 episodes every week on top of my full-time job, on top of being married and with a dog, man. I got like 3 full-time jobs. I tell people, man, it's like work on top of work on top of work. But I
Yeah,
love it, man. They say when you enjoy what you do, it's not
it's
work.
not
So
work.
for
Yeah.
sure, man. I'm loving it, man. So I always like to make sure I start off on the same note, man. I like to always ask my guests, how's their mental health and how is everything going in the time through this time right now, which we never experienced in our lifetime personally with COVID and
Yeah.
everything going on, man. How is your mental health? How you doing? How's your family doing?
I'm in a better mental space than I've been in quite some time. If I could speak frankly, probably my whole life. This is the best space I've been in mentally, emotionally, and spiritually in my life. And not to say that life is easy for me and I'm in that space, but that's the space that I'm in by choice.
Okay. So definitely. Okay. So what brings about that good mental space right now that's different from any other time you feel?
Yeah, I keep it so official with you. Choice, just the choice. Like the nitty gritty of it is, I've been fighting the see my sons for the past 3 years in family court to no avail. I've been
Mhm.
fighting false allegations, false accusations, literally just going through hell day in and day out while trying to be a positive light for my daughters and my wife. So it got to the
Okay.
point where there was like so much adversity coming from so many different angles that I literally just had to sit down and ask myself, what do you want to do? Because it's like the pain wasn't going to go away. There was no solutions. There was
Yep.
no out for me. So it's either I'm going to keep living in the pain. Like all I knew was the pain, the dark. I kind of felt like a loser every day of my life. Or it was like, am I going to embrace the fact that I still got so many wins on the board that
Mhm.
I just had to literally make the choice. What world do I want to live in? Because it was all in my head. The pain
Mhm.
was there either way, but it's all how I was going to take it in my head.
Definitely, man. I was absorbing some of the words that you were saying, man, as far as like the choices of I know I got wins and losses like we all do, but how do I balance it? Do I embrace the wins or do I embrace the losses, thus giving me a specific kind of outcome, man? So that's interesting, man. Um, I haven't had the experience to go through that as far as like fighting for the custody of children, man. But I hear it's a hard battle, especially
Hope
as
you
being
never do.
for sure, man. I hear it's definitely tough, man. So my prayers
Yeah.
go out to you through that time, man. I can't
I
even imagine
appreciate you.
can't even imagine going through that, man, in that situation, bro. Um, so you from the 914 area code, correct?
I'm from the 914, Bronx born, Westchester raised. The Bronx bred me, but Westchester made me. Westchester definitely made me the man I am.
Okay. What part of Westchester? Talk about it. Represent your area, man.
I'm up in, right now. I'm up living in Croton. That's not my area. I'm here, but really
Okay.
Peekskill. Like I was out in Peekskill shaking. I was always moving out and about in Peekskill. All my family out there. And
Mhm.
I called my case when I went up top in Yonkers. So I called my case in Yonkers. Went up top for 3. But yeah, I've been everywhere. I've literally been everywhere in Westchester, Ossining, Pleasantville, Tarrytown, Mount Vernon, Yonkers. I've been getting money and doing dirt in every town you could think of between the Westchester and Putnam border.
Allegedly, in case they're listening to us, man. Allegedly, you know what I mean?
Oh
Allegedly.
no, allegedly. I already listen. When I say doing dirt, I got a past life that I've already served my crime for, and at this
Okay.
point, I use it as a marker point in history for the version of me that used to exist.
Mm, talk about it. That's very important, man. I feel like without the mistakes from the past, we don't have the character to build us forward. So, I mean, I don't say embrace it, but definitely use it as a learning lesson for all of us. You know what I mean? For
Hundred
myself,
percent.
everybody. Make sure that we do that, man. It's important not to forget where we came from and the obstacles that we overcame that brought us to this moment here, man. That's dope, man. I feel like people don't understand how big the 914 is as well. Like you said, Austin, PCO, shit is huge, man. It's a lot of different towns and different cities inside
That's
of
a
now,
fact.
man. Definitely,
That's
man.
a
And
fact.
I want to make sure I bring a lot of that to the forefront myself, doing what I'm doing right now to make sure everybody gets the opportunity to show the talent. It's a lot of talent. It's so
There's a
big.
lot of talent.
So
Yo,
definitely.
there's a lot of talent in the 914. There's so much talent in the 914 that it's spooky how many people get overlooked and how because I work in the industry behind the scenes. I've
Okay.
worked with the record label 300. Um,
Mm.
I literally work with Nick Price Beats right now, who produces for Wu-Tang Clan and Snoop Dogg. We literally working on what's what boy name? The battle rapper from Harlem, Loaded Lux. We just got to did a Loaded Lux and Cambada track. We just did a
Okay.
Joyner Lucas track. So it's like all me personally, my touch, my reach, it's not where I wanted to be, but it's to the point that I'm able to really recognize that Westchester's being skipped.
Mm.
I'm behind the scenes enough to talk to enough people to know. Yes, there are people in Westchester that got nice little independent careers going that are doing their thug thizzle and getting money, like Miles Monday coming out of Ossining, Trouble
Okay.
Mile down in Mount Vernon,
Mm.
Jamal Ray over here in Greenberg. Like
Yep.
that, we out here. We out here. Trills is out here getting money, getting to it. The Ape is
Yep.
out here doing this thing. So
Mm.
like Julius Myth is out here. I literally, if I tried, I'll forget the Trippy Twins is out here.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of us out here that been doing the rounds and doing the numbers. But as far as like the industry goes and the business side of it, they don't respect Westchester, and Westchester is not looked at like a hot spot for nothing. To be honest with
Damn,
you.
man. To be honest with you, I never even looked at it like that, man. I mean, from the surface level, being I don't live out in the Westchester area. I'm sure it's people coming up every day, all the time. I mean, behind the scenes, I'm gonna make sure I get a couple of names from you, man, to make sure they can come on the platform. You know what I mean? To talk about what it is they do, their story,
100%.
and put that to the forefront, man. That's what it's about. So, how did the name Wid Kid come about, man? Wid Kid.
Kid was killing you. Before it was killing your
Kid Works.
demographic. My name right now is killing your demographic works. It's an acronym, KYD,
Mhm.
killing your demographic works. But back when I first started, KYD was controlling y'all dojas. Like that's what the name stood
Ooh.
for.
Okay.
So for years and years, I want to say until I went to prison and came home, my name was controlling y'all dojas works. So that was like my mindset. That was
Okay.
really it. Like the name summed it up. Like everybody around me, if you wasn't really getting it the way I was getting it, you was a Doja. Like, Doja was a term back in the day that was used. They don't
Yes.
even use it. Now you got an artist named Doja Cat. People don't even know like
Yeah.
Doja. Nobody wanted to be called a Doja.
That's
You
damn
did
it being
not
called
want
a
to hear
bitch.
nobody say that with your name behind it. Like, yo, son's a Doja. What? So
Yeah.
yeah, my name was controlling y'all Dojas.
Mm.
And then I went to prison and I kind of just changed my perspective on myself. I changed my perspective on how I was going to approach music and the categorization of me as an artist. And that's where the birth of killing your demographic came. Cause I was like, I'm not going to allow anyone to box me in. I knew the road would be harder for me as an artist. I knew it'd be
Mhm.
10 times more work. I even spoke to people in the industry that I work with now. That's like, why are you doing this to yourself? If you just fit the mold that God gifted you with, we could take you there. It's easy for you. The game is easy for you. They've been telling me this for years. But I do as an artist what drives me and what makes me feel good about myself as an artist. Literally
Gotcha.
going against what the business tells me to do and what the preset model that does work has for me. So,
I mean, okay. I would say that ultimately, I know it sounds cliche, but you got to do what works for you and what fits best for you spiritually. Because at the end of the day, you got to live with the image that you portray. You got to live with the music you put in the universe because it's never going to go away. Once you put it out there, it's always out there. So, I mean, ultimately, you got to live with that. And I feel like a lot of people don't get that. They don't understand that. They like, yo, you can make this bag real quick by just doing this. But sometimes it's got to be bigger than a bag, right? You don't want to make a shitty movie to make really to make a good amount of money. You want to make a movie that lives forever, no matter the amount of money it makes. This is, I mean, it's something that is incredible and lives forever. That's what it's
That's a
about. I feel
fact.
like that's what art is
That's a
about.
fact. But it's like you're right. It's like, do you want to make Scarface or do you want to make Meteor Man? They're both movies that people they lasted the test. They stand the test of time. But
Oh man,
who do you want to be? You're
yeah,
right, bro.
that's a
You're right.
crazy comparison when you put it like that. But yeah, they both still out there. But which one do you ultimately want to make? That's a good analogy and a good way to put that. That's a good comparison. I never even thought about it like that. So why rap? Like what was it that influenced you to want to start rapping?
My older cousin was rapping when I was younger. I had family members that was rapping when I was younger. I'm an 80s baby, so in the 90s, I was just it was Pac, it was Big, it was Black Moon, it was Twisted, it was Bone Thugs and Harmony. So it was like, how could I not want to rap? You know what I mean? My family from the Bronx, Harlem, and DC. I was moved to Westchester when I was like 5 years old, because the house got shot at or whatever. But my family was always back and forth between the city and up here because they didn't want me to lose touch with where I was from, as they put it. So the vibe was always there. Hip hop was there from day one.
Damn, okay, for sure. You must be a 80s baby because I have no idea who Black Moon is. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. I don't know who Black Moon is. I might do
Who
my
got the
research on that.
props? Who got the props, bro? I'm
I
about
got
to put you. I'm about to put you on. Go.
you definitely
Oh, I'm about to put you on.
definitely have to put me on, bro, because I'm not familiar. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love old school music. I'm like, of course, Rakim. I'm not even a huge KRS One fan. I don't even know why, but when I
I'm
listen to
not. I'm from the
KRS,
Bronx, and I'm not. I'm not. Yo, people be wanting to fight me. I'm not a huge KRS-One fan.
yeah, but
And I'm
I like the old school rap, of course. Like I said, LL, Rakim, I mean a lot of the old school Slick Rick. Love that. You know what I'm
Slick Rick
saying?
is it.
I
Slick Rick
like
is a legend.
yeah, I like a lot of the old school, but that Black Moon I'm not familiar with. I gotta check that one out, man. For sure, for sure.
Gangster rap.
Wh-
Buckshot
wh-
Shorty and them.
I know about Buckshot for sure. So those are kind of the people that
Black
influence
Moon.
you.
Yeah, Black Moon.
Mm,
Buckshot Shorty and them. Yeah, 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 yeah. If you know Buckshot Shorty, you already loopy. Yeah, 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 yeah. You just
okay,
probably didn't know the group name. You probably know the songs
possibly.
because Styles P rapped over a lot of Black Moon beats on his earlier mixtapes. So if
Mm,
you a Styles P fan, you was hearing Black Moon beats and didn't know it.
probably. I didn't even think about that, man. So I got a question. I listened to some of the music. There's a song called "Cut Deep," and you got a line that says, "I got a blunt full of angel dust. I'm dangerous. Instead in the fire, these angels pray for us." Is that something that came from an actual place? Have you actually tried angel dust before?
I have, yeah, I smoked PCP, yeah.
For real?
Yeah, when I was
Yeah.
younger, yeah, as a teenager. I'm
Mm,
33. I was like 16, 17 years old, like whatever.
yeah. Kind of just probably doing whatever the people that are around you that influence
The
you.
old heads around me,
Mm.
they popped up with the Philly. It was the first time I seen somebody pop up with the Philly joint. So I'm like, yo, what's up? They like, nah, boy, it's a love boat. I'm like a love
Oh,
boat.
okay.
They like, nah, you don't want, and like when somebody's trying to get you to say you want it, so they be like, nah, you don't want none of this. This ain't for
Yeah.
you. You ain't
Reverse
built for this
psychology.
little homie. You ain't, you know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, what you talking about? Yeah, I mean, I just hit it. And when I hit it, I was like, oh. And that was it.
Mm. That
Zombied
was
me
it.
out, bro. It scared me. It was nothing I was never into. I never was like
Mhm.
looking forward to nothing like that.
Yeah.
I had it a few times and I was like, nah, this is the devil for real. Like
I was
this
gonna
is,
ask, is that something that is kind of like addictive to
I
try when
mean,
you do it?
maybe to some people, I don't that's
I've
not
never
my
done it. That's why I'm asking. I've never done it. So that's why
that's
I'm
not
asking.
my personality. I'm not gonna say that it's not addictive because I do know people that are addicted to it, but that's not to say that the chemical itself is addictive. It might be their
Mm.
personality and their personal chemistry. So I don't have a addictive personality. Actually, I do, but I'm very aware of it and I'm very conscious of it. So I pick and choose where I direct my energy. Like nothing's gonna make me be like, oh, I have to do it. It's like, no, I don't want to do it, so I'm not gonna do it.
Okay, for sure, man. So from the music that I heard, man, I enjoy it. It's different. It's a different sound, which I always enjoy a different sound. I feel like
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of
different.
artists nowadays they all have a similar sound. So when you hear something that's totally different, you it's something that magnifies you into it. You got to hear more. Like, damn, how you know what I mean? So I definitely enjoy it. What kind of sound would you say you have if you had to put yourself? I don't want to say in a box, but in a lane or a category of
I
sound.
don't even know, bro. That's always been the issue because I got such a diverse catalog that I'm really just starting to tap into and release the right way so the world can hear it. I got songs where I'm just singing. I got songs where I'm singing and it's more like a jazz, like it's literally like 80s jazz. It really just depends on the vibe. Like nothing dictates to me what I have to do. The only thing that dictates what I create is what I'm feeling in the moment because music for me is a cathartic release. It is my therapy. I didn't have
Mm.
people to talk to the way I didn't believe I had people to talk to for years. So I didn't talk to the people that was around me in the way that I needed to express my emotions, my fears, my doubts, my concerns, what I was witnessing, things that I was doing. So music was it for me. It was my escape. And then I got so nervous because the feds was like watching family members of mine and incarcerating family members of mine. So it wasn't even like paranoid delusions. It was I knew the feds was watching. And I'm like, I'm not
Mm.
gonna go to jail for nothing I said in a rap song. So I had to learn how to become more diverse and more articulate. And I had to expand my vocabulary to the point that I was able to say I can admit to anything and then you couldn't use it against me unless I decided to break down what was really going on in the bar.
Damn, that's interesting, man. I feel like us as men, period, we don't really know or learn how to express ourselves. Because I feel like the generation before us, they of men, they never really knew how to express themselves. So it's just a continuous generational thing where it's like, how do I learn to express myself in a way that's not violent, in a way that's not
Yeah,
negative? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So that's
yeah.
interesting, man. And I guess you found that through music, man. That's admirable, bro, for sure.
Thank you.
Of course, bro. So I do want to talk about one thing. I know you
Yeah.
had sent me some of the catalog as far as like the intro link, and you said the Lord Wolf of the Lost Dynasty. I'm interested in knowing what that means and where that came from. It sounds like a Naruto anime kind of thing, which I'm super into. I love Naruto. Anime is fire to me, but I want to know how that came about, man. When I heard it, I'm like, damn, that sounds kind of cool. It's interesting.
Lost Dynasty is a collective. I started the Lost Dynasty when I was in prison, and it started with just outcasts in the prison that wasn't like fitting into no group and no mold, and we kind of clicked up. Um, so the Lost Dynasty was born in prison, and then when I came home, it just naturally turned into a home for the disenfranchised, a home for the forgotten, a home for the unwanted, a home for those that were basically told they wasn't worth anything. Yeah, I mean, the
Mm,
world either made us feel like it, our families and friends made us feel like it, or a situation that we might have fell into, like prison for me. It'll make you feel like you ain't worth nothing. So my whole goal was to find all of us that felt like we wasn't worth nothing because I recognized that, well, if you take 10,000 of us that ain't worth nothing and put us together, we're still a force to be reckoned with. We're still
mm,
something you have to address. We're still something you couldn't look over anymore because we took the time to find each other. So for me, Lost Dynasty was just a home. It was the home that I never had, so I had to create it. That's what the Lost Dynasty is. And the Lord Wolf, that moniker is a name that it came to me because I associate myself with a wolf. I associate my pack, how I carry myself, the principles with a wolf. There's no such thing as a lone wolf. That's a myth that people made up to sell books. There's no real such thing as an alpha wolf in the way that people think of it, which is why I use the term alpha in my fitness program. Because wolves, they go by generation and they go by experience. So the
mm.
eldest will be the people that are in the front because they're the ones that are willing to give their lives first in case there's danger, so that those that they pass down their knowledge and information to can carry it on. So for
Mm.
me, that's what it is. Like I'm a wolf, I'm a father. Other than that, like I'm a brother, I'm a protector. So I gotta have that energy and carry that energy for my pack, for my team, for my family, for my den. If not, I have no purpose. In my mind, I have no purpose on this planet if I don't live like that.
Damn, man. Listen, man, you're giving me some hella deep vibes right now. I'm enjoying it, bro. Does that come from a lot of books? Are you reading a lot of books, gathering a lot of information, absorbing a lot of things? Where do you get this information from or this mindset that you now have? Where do you feel like that comes from?
I'm very well read. I give thanks to to my family, my mother and them that raised me. They was big on
Mm.
pushing the books on me. It
Speak on
didn't
it for
stop me
sure.
from going to the place like prison where I ended up reading 10 times more books, which is why I really
Mm.
stepped up my education. I went to WCC, Westchester Community College, when I came home and studied business. And till today, I got a book collection. I got a library I'm building in the house. Books like The Stellar Man, books like The Power Now by Eckhart Tolle, The Stellar Man by John Baines, The Art of War, The Art of Seduction, The 50th
Mm.
Law, um, The 48 Laws of Power.
Mm-hmm.
I've read so much. DMT, The Spirit Molecule. I have a book I'm starting now, Mycelium Running, because I've already been studying on mycelium, which is mushrooms, and how they affect the world and how they affect us and as organic and inorganic creatures. So yeah,
Damn.
I don't know. Everything I got in my head at this point was me rejecting what they tried to tell me I had to do, had to be, and had to believe. I went out of my way to get as much information as possible. So when I came across these people that wanted to push their narrative on me, I could be steadfast in my belief and unshaken in my belief of myself based on the knowledge that I accumulate and spread to those around me so they could feel unshaken in their personal belief for themselves.
Damn, I like that, brother. I like that for sure, man. Do you consider yourself to be a natural leader?
Nah, I'm not a leader at all.
Mm. I know you said that to have people
I'm the
around you that are
leader to the
unshaken as
lost.
well.
I'm the leader to the lost, but I'm the lost.
Mm.
So when I reference the lost, because we're reflections of each other, I am the lost. I
Damn, that's
can't
deep.
be a leader. I'm trying to find a way. I'm in a
Yeah.
world with a bunch of people who are trying to sell me a dream to convince me that they found a way. And as soon as you buy into their way, you find out that they don't know the way either. But now you're afraid to leave because you're a part of something. I'm the opposite of all of that. I'm not here to be nobody's leader. I can't tell you what to do. The most I could do is show you the tools that I use to give me what I feel is a sense of freedom and salvation. And if you choose to use it, you do. And if you don't, I love you all the same. Don't nothing change on my end.
Mm. Damn, that's deep, bro. I like it, man, for sure, for sure. The mentality that you have is magnifying to me, man. I enjoy it, man. I like it. I feel like it's going to be a continuous, interesting conversation for sure. If somebody was starting to want to get into books to better themselves, to give themselves more knowledge and information, right? What book would you tell them to start off with, or books? Whether it's a couple, you don't got to name like a million of
It'd
them. You know what
probably
I'm saying?
be Eckhart Tolle, The Power Now, because it'll give you a little bit better perspective on you. The Power of Awareness by Neville, because again, it'll give you better perspective on you. Um, and honestly, I'll just start anybody with those two books. Because if you don't have understanding of you, self-awareness,
Yep.
then anything else I try to point you to is a moot point, because you're not going to be able to find how something that may not apply to you right now applies to you. You have to have
Mm.
awareness of self to be able to humble yourself and say, even though I don't get this at the moment, even though this might not sound right to me at the moment, there may be validity for me at some point. It behooves me to take in this information. So starting with awareness of self for me was everything, because until I became self-aware, I was like everybody else. We just cogs in the machine.
Mm. Deep, man. Deep for sure, man. Like I said, I'm sure we could be talking about this all day. Definitely, this is like an ongoing topic that we can continue to talk about, which I'm all for it. This shit is amazing. Again, we like 20 minutes in, and I'm already like, damn, this brother is deep for sure, man. So another thing you gave me was culture music group. So
Culture music.
how did that come about? Is that something that you created, or is it something that you're a part of? Tell me a little bit about that.
I started the Lost Dynasty Culture Music Group. Was started, founded, and ran by my business partner, Nick Price Beats, the one I said producers for Snoop Dogg, Wu-Tang Clan, Lexi Pride, Black Cat Sound, myself, Jamal Ray, and a bunch of other amazing artists locally and around the globe, actually. Um, he started Culture Music Group because the premise was, I don't want to tell his story. How do I sum his story up? So Nick was in the industry, still is in the industry. Works with people like Ebase, who's Jay-Z's producer on O3 Bonnie and Clyde. He works with people like, well, what's his name? Who's just in the studio? I'm the worst, bro. He just had like this hip hop legends in the studio, and I forget their names. But long story short, Nick works with all these different legends. And then he got to the point that he was like, how is this helping my friend? And it wasn't. And he was like, I'm not in a position to help my friends, because he wasn't. So he fell back, went to the Bronx. We started up a little studio in the Bronx. He dropped the price so that independent artists with no real budget could come in. And for the past 5 years, we built up the Lost Dynasty and Culture Music Group into what it is now. We have well over 10 million streams on Spotify as a collective for our releases. And he just helped to give that home to Lost Dynasty. Like Lost Dynasty is a home. Well, a home kind of, you need to build a location, like a physical place.
Yep.
Culture Music Group gave us that physical location, and we merged it up. We merged it up.
Man, that's amazing, man. Much appreciation and respect to the brother for sure for making that possible for people to be able to come record. Give them that location in case people want to come by.
Oh, we
And
write in Kingsbridge. If anybody ever wanna anybody just reach out to me directly if you want to book any studio time. It's no issue. We open to all artists that want to come in and do the right thing. We do mixing, mastering, production. It's a full production studio. So it's not like you come in and you're recording on your YouTube beat. The goal for us, because we're actually doing the business, is to have you come. We'll give you an original beat, and then we'll help you with the distribution. We'll also help you with the marketing because we work as marketing agents ourselves. And we'll make sure that if you're going to work for yourself as an independent artist, that will match your work. So right now I'm sitting at almost 1 million streams on Spotify by myself.
And that's what's up, man. Are you seeing a good check based off that million streams, man? How is the money looking, man? As far as
I'll
the
tell you
streams and
like
how
this:
that goes.
if an artist is coming in looking to make money off their streams, they're
Yeah.
going backwards, just based on the business model itself.
Okay.
Because until you're making streaming money up, until you're getting, let's say, 10 to 20 million streams, if you really getting money and spending money in the terms of business, that's not that much money. Because you might get back anywhere between $4,000 to $4,800 per million streams. Now it
Okay.
sounds like a lot, but if you're running marketing and promotion and doing the right thing to get seen and heard on a global level, you might be spending $5,000 to $7,000 per song you release.
Mm.
Now that's not including your video cost. That's not including your clothing cost. That's just your marketing and promotion to make sure that on a global level, your song is heard. So you could build your fan base, your Spotify artists, so you could really be in the game. Because you're
Yeah.
not in the game if when we go to these record execs and the people who run the game, they like, oh, pull up his reports. The reports they're talking about is your streams, your social media activity, and all across the board what your audit looks like. So most independent artists have no idea about any of this or the fact that it even goes on and that they're getting looked at all the time and just skipped. Because it's like, you don't even get the basics, and we're not here to do that for you.
Damn. Talk about
So
it,
the
because I mean,
paycheck's not from Spotify. Yes,
okay.
you can get paid from Spotify, but the paycheck comes from you as an artist, as a brand, building awareness around your brand. Then the money comes. Brand partners, people that want to. I'm doing a Fashion Nova giveaway on TikTok for 12 days in a row. It's the 12 days of Christmas Fashion Nova giveaway. We're doing it live right now. We're recording that show right now as I'm doing this interview with you. What's up, y'all? We here still. But the point is, your brand has value, right? As an artist. And the
Yep.
world recognizes this. So as an independent artist, if you haven't built brand value, then you're not worth much to the business.
Mm.
So even if you made
Okay.
$4,500 per million streams, and God bless you if you got 6 million streams, not an easy feat. I'm not throwing shade. I don't even have my first million. I'm about to touch my first million streams. But I understand the game and the business, so I'm not going to lie to myself. If I had 6 million streams, I would say the same thing to you, bro. I'm not hyped yet. I'm not hyped yet because there's so much more work that needs to be done. And so the KYD Works and the Lost Dynasty brand is respected and appreciated to the point that I could be like, yeah, I got some brand partnerships. Yeah, I could give my guys a couple of jobs. Yeah, I could feed a few families. Now I'm really winning. Until that point, I'm not winning. If we're not winning, then I'm not winning.
Damn, man. I totally understand you on that, man. I mean, that's motivation just to have the team with you. You know what I mean? To know that I'm working hard, but even if I'm at this certain level, if we're not at this certain level, then I haven't fully made it yet, man. Do you
Straight
feel
up.
like that? You feel like that's pressure on you, or do you use that as fuel to keep going? Like,
It ain't pressure. Everything is fuel if I choose it to be, but I don't feel like it's pressure. The pressure, I ain't gonna lie, man. The pressure is just on me to do me for me. Because if I don't succeed, like I said, my end game is to get all my kids under one roof. And unfortunately, in this little twisted world we live in, if I don't build enough clout and social awareness and I mean something to the masses, then when I go into court on paper, all I am is an ex-convict who doesn't own his own house yet and is not showing enough money on paper to be taken seriously.
Yeah, man, that's crazy when you look at it like that, man. And that's a lot of people that's going through that, man. And there are people that even had the clout and the money that still go through the same
And they
thing,
still going through it.
to the loophole. So
And
it is
they
kind of
still
crazy,
going
man.
through it.
It's kind of like a mouse or a gerbil on that wheel, man, just running and keep moving, but you're really not going
You're
anywhere,
not
man.
going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. You're spinning your wheel. You're just spinning your
Yeah,
wheel.
man.
So I ain't mad. I ain't mad at it. And the reason I'm not mad at it, and I can't be mad at it, is because the system's not broken. Now, as a black man who's been incarcerated, who's fighting in family court for his sons, knowing that he's committed no crimes, no wrongdoings, don't abuse his children, nothing like that, beating 7 CPS cases with false accusations from the baby mother who wanted to see if she could use the system to her favor, I could say without a doubt that the system's not broken. The people inside of the system who run and manage the system are broken. Because if the system was broken, then we wouldn't have the fathers who have one full custody of their children. I had to look up these cases so I could find hope somewhere. We wouldn't have the cases across the country where judges did the right thing, because judges are people who have power. They're individuals who have power. And with power comes responsibility, but ultimate power corrupts ultimately. And a judge is given almost ultimate power. They are the ruler of the land. So sad to say, in certain counties, in certain areas, like White Plains Court with Judge Horowitz, where she will literally look at you and say, I don't like your face.
Damn.
You raised your voice. So because you raised your voice in my courtroom, your case is thrown out and you won't see your kids. That's the system. The system is intact. The person who's in the system, supposed to be representing the system, is malicious and broken.
Damn, man. I never even looked at it like that, man. But when you put it on that scale, man, that's deep, man. Like I said, that could be an ongoing conversation, man. My next thought is like, then how do we fix the broken people that are in the system? You know what I
Get them
mean?
out.
Like, yeah.
Get them out. Get them out. Expose them. This is the best and the worst time. We got social media. Like I said, if I had right now 20 million followers on TikTok, right? And I started a campaign against each judge that did wrong, but the right way. Like, I wasn't just trying to go at people that was not. This person broke the law. This person was using their personal feelings to create in like situations that shouldn't exist. That is unethical. That is immoral, and it is illegal. But if I had clout and money and a team behind me, oh, then we could get attention on it. Then we can make the people light the fires and grab the torches and be the angry mob. Where's our angry mob? That's the issue. How do we get East Frankenstein out if we don't have an angry mob to go after East Frankenstein?
Man, that's a rough one, man, because a lot of us are distracted by other things, unfortunately. You know what I mean? We
That's
just
the game plan. That's the game plan.
Definitely, man. For sure, man. Man, your story is for sure interesting, man. I'm glad I was able to have you on here to talk about it, man, and bring awareness and bring that light to it, man. That's crazy, man. Of course, bro, for sure, for sure. So I did want to touch on a thing. You let me know that you were an artist, an actor, a model. Now, so is the actor or model something that you are currently doing, or something you're looking to do? Is that already something you're into?
I've been doing the acting thing and I've been doing the modeling thing. I'm just currently looking for things that spark my interest. The last show that I was on, I only did background work, and it was 50 Cent's ABC's for Life, season 1.
Okay.
And then after that, I reassessed like what I was doing as an actor, and I was just not happy with it. Reason being, I got to work on that show for life, and it brought me back to Sing Sing. Sing Sing was a facility that I was actually incarcerated in.
Awesome.
So for me to go back there, it brought me closure because it was the negative place and it was a horrible experience and it was a place where I almost got my head blown off. So like I mean, it ain't so many good memories of a prison, but I got to go back there, not as the DIN number, but I got to go back there as me. And I got to put those state greens back on and take them off at the end of the day and leave out.
Yeah.
So it gave me closure. But then I got called back for the role again. And we was in a different facility in Queens. And I'm putting state greens on again. And I'm looking in the mirror and I'm asking myself, why am I still doing it?
Mm-hmm.
I got my closure. I got what a lot of people will never get. But as an actor, a lot of people don't know if you start taking roles, whether it's background roles or primary speaking roles, whatever, in a certain light as a certain type of character, that does spread around that's the character you're good for.
Yeah.
And as a person that spent 3 years of his life in prison in real time, I went through the mediums and the maxes, Elmira, Sing Sing, passed through Auburn. Like, why would I want to do this for recreation, to portray it as if it just hurt me. It went from closure to me being like, what are you doing? So I sat back and I was like, I know my worth. I know my brand's worth. Forget everything else. I know my worth as a man, but then I know my brand's worth and I know where I'm headed. So I'm like, let me chill with this and let me find some good roles for the acting. So I'm searching. So I see something that really piques my interest. And then I'll put my bid in for it. I'll apply. I'll do all the regular things you got to do. And as far as the modeling goes, I'm just looking for. I worked with Matthew Juilliard, who's an amazing French photographer. I'm looking forward to working with some other photographers. I'm an artist for real. So like people that have artistic vision and are looking to bring things to life and to light, I don't mind being the subject and modeling. I enjoy it. I like retro clothing, 1920s clothing and all that kind of stuff, black and white photos. So I still currently model. It's just all about finding people that want to actually do the work versus they just kind of monotonous robots in the system. No passion.
Sure, man. Dope. So what got you into the acting and the modeling field? Was it something that you just looked at and thought this is something that I can do, or was it something that you looked at and you found some kind of admiration for it, and you said this is something I can see myself doing or something that I want to do? What kind of brought you into that? You feel?
Acting, I got amazing admiration for because the ability to fall into the character, like get into the mindset of someone else. If you're really pursuing acting as a craft, you're not looking at it like it's a game. You're taking it very seriously and you're trying to find the connections to the characters that you have in real life. If it's pain, then you're going to go look for situations in your life that are painful that connect you to that character. So acting is definitely something I have admiration for because there's some extremely amazing actors out there like Sidney Poitier, like obviously Denzel Washington. I'm a big fan of Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
He's a great actor as well. Admiration for that. As far as modeling, I don't have disdain or admiration for modeling. I just look at modeling as an amazing art form. Okay. Like I don't like the business of modeling. I know a lot of the business. I know a lot of behind the scenes, which is why there's many reasons why I don't have a contract. So I'm not gonna say one thing, but I don't have a modeling contract with any agency. I'm not looking to honestly get a modeling contract with any agency until I'm in a position where I can dictate the terms and dictate everything that I want. It'll be how I want, when I want,
I got you. So I'm assuming when it comes to the modeling aspect of it, it's something that comes with like a demand. Like you got to be at a certain place at a certain time. If I need you to shoot, you got to be there to shoot. And if you feel like that's something that's kind of drawing you away from it, more of the demand on what you have to do when you don't have control of it? Because you seem like somebody who wants control. You know what I mean?
That part, well, I don't want nobody controlling me, period. But that part don't bother me as much. It's more that when you're a model, if I get booked for a certain agency, they could tell me like, yo, you got to stay under 215 pounds. Like we want you at 207 and like that's the control I'm not with. Like, I don't care. Like if I'm an actor, if I'm a rapper, they're going to tell me where I got to be and when, because once everything is moving, you're going to have a schedule. There's money involved. Other people eating with you. So yeah, you're on go. If you're really in the business, I've seen it. I've been a part of it. I know how hectic the demanding schedule is. There's 16 to 18-hour days. This is very regular. Nah, the issue for me is when somebody try to tell me what I can and can't do with my physical being. This is my avatar. We're all jacked into the matrix. And this is my avatar. So if I feel like I want to stay at this height and turn into a friggin' ninja gymnast, and I'm gonna do it. You're not gonna tell me I can't. And then
Yeah.
if you try to tell me I can't, you're opposition to me. So you gotta stay away from me.
Now I'm looking at the headband, real
Yeah.
shiny. Give me the glimmer feel. Where is that from? Is that like some kind of anime? That's like a Naruto thing or something, right?
This is from Naruto. Yeah. This is the United Shinobi Force. This is for high ranking Shinobi members.
That's fire, man. Can somebody just go buy one of those, or you gotta go
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
buy
yeah. You
some
go
kind
to
of membership?
Amazon, you could go get the whole. Yeah, I mean, I'm a weeb, I'm a geek, bro, at heart. So like anybody go to Amazon, you go to eBay, you go anywhere and find these. Yeah, different colors: the black, the red, the blue.
That's tough, man. I like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You wearing it well. I'm like, damn, man. I'm gonna have to go out and get me one,
I
man.
appreciate you. It's mad funny because I bought the whole no, I bought the whole kit, and I told all the homies because they don't even watch the show like me. So I'm like, yo, just look at the symbols and whichever one speaks to you, that's your tribe.
That's the tribe you rolling
I'm
with.
like, that's the village you from, bro. Pick your village. Pick your village.
That's gangster, man. That's hard. I like that, man. So I know you got a song called Bagdash that was
Yeah,
featuring Fred the Godson and Jamal Ray. How did that
yeah.
record come about, man? That's an interesting one, man. Fred the Godson. Rest in peace to Fred, first and
Yo, rest in
foremost,
peace to
man.
Fred the Godson.
For
Yo, I hope he
sure.
rest eternal for the gangster.
Yep.
Yo, I was working at what's the name of that spot? I-Pick. I was a waiter at I-Pick, bro. Still on parole, so I had to keep getting jobs and all of that. I'm still on parole at the time. I was putting together the K-Slate project, and then the manager I was working with at the time was like, yo, I got a connection to Fred the Godson. I'm like, oh, word? If you're from the Bronx, man, you'll connect the dots. He put me on a 3-way call. I talked to Fred for like 40 minutes. We building. I sent him some of the music. He like, yo, you could really rap. I'm like, yeah, I can spit. I spit. Like I said, I'm not no Fred the Godson, but yeah, I spit. Like I do this. So he like, so what's up? What you want to do? I'm like, yo, I want to jump on the track. He like, when? I'm like, ASAP, bro. What's up? So he's like, I'm gonna get back to you. Boy hit me up like 48 hours later and was like, I'm in Diamond District at the studio. Pull up right now. I'm like, I'm at work. I'm at work, bro. I'm on shift. I'm looking not like no rapper. I'm looking like a waiter at I-Pick, bro. I hit up Jamal Ray like, yo, boy, want to do the song right now. I want to put you on the song. Are you ready? He's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm coming to get you. I dipped from work. I literally was like, yo, I'm out. I'm out.
Just left.
Yeah, I'm out. What's wrong with y'all? I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, this isn't my life. Like, this is a pit stop. I'm here just doing, I mean, like, I'm out. Like, this is something towards what I really do. Let me make the right choice here. So definitely. I grabbed Jamal Ray. I don't even got to change the clothes. I'm smelling like food. I'm smelling like fries and all types of garbage. I'm going down. I shoot down a Diamond District. I get down there. I pull up. I give Fred the beat. Fred go body the beat real quick. I come in and I just body my shit. That's it. That was it. It was that simple, bro. Like it wasn't no crazy. It was like we connected the dots. He was a fan of the fact that I really wanted to rap. Like I wasn't doing no foo-foo. I had no interest in doing nothing weird. Like, bro, I just want to spit bars, bro. Like I got a story to tell, to spit bars. And he was like, yeah. And God rest him. He was supposed to do another song with me, but things ain't pan out. And he passed away.
For sure, so man. Like I said, for sure.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to him, man.
Rest in peace to Fred the Godson.
COVID, man. It's a rough one on a lot of people, man. Definitely, for sure, man. Yeah. That's an interesting story, man. How it just came about organically. It wasn't something
organic as hell.
It's just like, yo, come to the studio, got him here, let's ready to go. Let's jump on it.
It was organic.
Damn, man. How much pressure did you feel that was when you got in there to do it? Did you feel like there was pressure at all?
I didn't feel no pressure because I was so confident in my lyrical prowess that I was like, I don't care who you put me in a room with. I don't rap like too many people. I don't reference the same things people reference. I don't create double entendres in the same way as other people. Like everything for me is very skewed and very different. So regardless of who I'm with, I'll stand out, whether they out-rapped me or not, because of how different I am.
Yeah.
So I never feel too the only pressure I feel on me is to bring my A game. Like no matter if it's just me by myself in the studio, I feel the same amount of pressure. I'm like, damn son, that ain't it. Step it like I'd be like that regardless. It's just me on me.
Yeah, so it's more the pressure that you give yourself and not the pressure of the presence of somebody you're doing a record with or somebody you're
Yeah,
working with. I mean,
yeah.
that's
Now,
good though, because you never become complacent. I feel like if you continue to add that pressure on yourself all the time, you always, like you said, you always bring your A game, man, for
yeah,
sure. I feel like
yeah.
that as well, man. I've recorded quite a few episodes, but I always go in with that little bit of butterfly, like, man,
Yeah,
I
almost like
gotta
you
make sure I
scared,
show
almost
up.
like it's a little bit of fear, just a little bit of fear, splash of the fear,
But the
just enough to
splash
make you be like,
before is
nah,
good.
get tough, get tough, get to. I mean, you hype yourself up real quick.
For sure, man. The goal is to never get comfortable because once you get comfortable is when you get too lax, and once you get lax, you fall off.
It's over. Yeah, you dead. You dead in the water.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, man, I totally respect that, man. I was on because I got Apple Music, so you hear me reference Apple Music. I got Spotify, but I'm not on there as much. I pay for Apple Music, so I'm always on there, man.
As you should be. Whatever you pay for, you should be on it. You damn right.
So I was going through the catalog of the songs. I saw you had like a lot more singles than actual like a album. Was that purposely done? Like, is it purposely that you don't have a project yet? Are you waiting for the perfect time, perfect moment to put something out? Tell me a little bit
There's
about
no
that.
such thing as a perfect time. I released the Words from the Lost EP. That was the closest thing to like a real project that I put out was that EP produced by Julius the Myth, and it's only 3 songs that I've honestly been sitting on for years.
I saw it. I listened to
Um,
that.
yeah, so I was like, I gotta just put that out to get the pain out because that wasn't new music, and I was like, the longer I sit on it, the less sense it makes for me.
Mm.
You dig what I'm saying? So I was like, I felt like those songs right now during this time period, cut deep, Words from the Lost, How You Like Me Now, they a lot of people could relate to it. The emotion in it, the feeling, the juxtaposition of it. But I'm not gonna release an album because my thing is this: who's gonna listen? And
Mm.
me understanding the body of work I want to give to people, the amount of pain, the amount of experience I just want to share, and the perspective I want to share, it behooves me to take the time to build the platform and to build the fan base and to structure myself and to be to a position that people will receive it the way that I dream of it being received. I can't turn my dream into reality unless I'm willing to do the work to get me there. I can't just keep it a thought in my head. I got to do the actual painstaking work to get to that point that I could be like, if I drop an album now, people are going to listen.
Damn, I respect that, man. I never even looked at it like that. I honestly never thought about it like that. My mindset was always, man, if you put something out, man, it'll get to somebody who wants to hear it. But when you put it like that, that actually makes a lot of sense, man. It's kind of like working smarter and not working harder. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
It's an oversaturated market.
yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah, that it is. I mean, just had a conversation about that, man. When you got 10,000 artists putting out music every single day. How do you get to the top of the barrel being unknown? Because it's 10,000 artists that are unknown.
Marketing,
Marketing.
marketing. That's why
So
marketing agencies right now are killing it behind the scenes. And regardless of what independent artist you think popped off, I'm telling you right now, I work behind the scenes. I just can't talk about people's stories because they're not mine to
yeah,
tell.
yep.
But marketing, marketing and promotions,
Mhm.
marketing and promotions is the entire game. The entire game. You could be the worst artist or the best artist. If you're not being marketed and promoted properly, no one even knows you exist, except for your neighborhood. Let me not get it twisted now. Your neighborhood knows about you.
Yep.
But as I ask many independent artists when they come to me, are you looking for neighborhood fame? Or are you looking to actually build a fan basis? And for you to have that, the fan base, you need to figure out where they're based. Where are they? What's the geographic location? What's their
Mhm.
age group? What is the demographic? Hence my name, Killing Your Demographic. What is the demographic that you're trying to appeal to? And
Mhm.
majority of artists don't understand any of these concepts. Just like I make music, I'm fire, I'm dope. Like that's it. Let's go. I mean, like
That's
I'm
all
him,
it
I'm
is,
that
though.
nigga. You see me, chains on. You know the time we outside with it. And I'm like, that's dope, bro. I got homies. We all out. That's cool. Cool. Let's get back to what I said about the business.
Yeah, yeah, that's important.
Separate
The
conversation.
business. I feel like a lot of people they just want to rap and they feel like it's just me making music and they forget totally about the business. Like this is a business. People are paying their bills behind the scene. This is the way they paying their bills is by you selling something, and the product is you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah,
People
yeah.
forget that, so that's very important. And,
Damn
that, and
right.
that's great that you have that. So when you get into the position where you want to put that project out, That full length product, you like, I know the market and business and where I can get it to the right group of people.
Yeah, that's the goal, man. That's the goal. I'm building it up one body at a time, one soul at a time. Rise of the Lost, we the Lost Dynasty.
Talk about it for sure, bro. Talk about it. So, for a new artist in 2020 that was looking to go about their marketing a specific way, how would you tell them to start their journey as far as getting to the correct demographic, getting in front of the right people to market where they want to market? You know what I mean, and get to the right ears to listen to the music.
I'd honestly tell them to come talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just keeping it funky with you because I came home in 2013 and went to school for business. I went to school for business and marketing, entrepreneurship. Started there. Met up with Nick and connected with my partner in like 2015, 2016. Everything I've been learning over the course of 7 years. So I don't even know how to pretend. Listen, this is how artists get scammed. That question you just asked. That question you just asked is how artists get scammed every day, because someone will come to them and make it seem like they're going to be able to tell them or show them in some short amount of time what's going to take them there, but it always costs something.
Yep.
So I'm literally just saying, come talk to me. I'm not going to charge them for the conversation. I'll tell them to the best of my ability at length the work they'll need to do for marketing. And they'll probably look at me like I'm stupid. And then they'll be like, don't you do that? And I'll be like, yes. And that's when they usually ask me, well, how much does it cost? So you can either do the work yourself or you go to a marketing agent. But you just have to make sure you don't find one of these guys that are trying to sell you the dream, because marketing agents aren't selling you the dream. It's the people that pretend to be marketing agents that are selling you the dream.
Talk about
and there's
it.
a bajillion of them on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. They're going to hit you up in your DMs. They're going to message you. They're going to try to sell you the fake followers. They're going to do all of this other craziness to sell you the idea of the dream. But at the end of the day, the amount of work that needs to be done, the artists honestly don't even want to hear it. I'm being so honest with you. 98% of the artists don't want the truth.
That's a fact, man. If you told an artist right now, listen, man, you're gonna have to give up all your pleasurables. You gotta give up time with your family sometimes, a Thanksgiving or Christmas, or what do you want to turn up for your birthday and spend a lot of money and go out with your friends? You gotta give that time up to your craft and your art. They're gonna be like, nah, I'm cool. I just go back to Walmart. I mean, I go push these carts at whatever grocery store is the closest to them. I'm good. I ain't trying to sacrifice the time, man. I mean, crazy.
It's your time. You got to choose what to do with your time and what the value is of it. So I can't never be mad and project my wants, hopes, fears, and doubts onto another person. Like that's what most of us do. It's hard for us to disengage when we communicate with other people, but I can't push my wants, hopes, and dreams onto you. If you want to work at Walmart, I respect it. I just tell people, find the capacity to be honest with yourself. Because what happens with most of us is we lie to ourselves. And we project the lie onto the next person because we lie to ourselves. And then when you meet a person that don't lie to themselves, you're going to hate them with ferocity because they're going to look at you and call you out on your shit. And you can't go for that. You can't. Don't hit me with no truths. Don't hit me with the truth. Don't do that.
Right?
Yeah, like
the lies sound way better, man. Don't
you know what I'm here for. You lie to me. You tell me everything's gonna be okay. You don't tell me no. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
That's a fact, man. You know, it's crazy that you brought that up as far as like the people that really don't market, but they tell you they market and they hit you up, like you said, on the Instagram and all the other places. I've been getting hella people hit me up about Bitcoin in my messenger. I don't know what that's about. I get people that follow me these days and they hit me talking about, hey, I'm doing this thing with this Bitcoin. Da 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 da. You want to get involved? I'm like, man, I don't even know you from a hole in the wall. I just want them all to know if y'all listen. I delete you all and I block you all. Please don't do that. It seems like a scam. It's not the way you involve people in any kind of business. You don't know me. It's the weirdest thing ever. Anybody who has any kind of sense is not going to fall for that. But if somebody was trying to get in touch with somebody that maybe wasn't yourself for the marketing, how would you tell them to go about finding somebody that's legit?
There's an amazing book called Guerrilla Marketing, and I would tell any independent artist to get the Guerrilla Marketing book. Also get the book Think and Grow Rich. To start. Guerrilla Marketing and Think and Grow Rich. Honestly, start with those two books for any independent businessman or marketer. Any artist, businessman, anyone that just wants to make money for themselves and not have to necessarily go to the 9 to 5 basic job, you should read Think and Grow Rich and Guerrilla Marketing. So you can learn how to
Listen,
save and cut corners a little bit and not spend break the bank to market yourself. But again, the book's just gonna in detail describe all the work you have to do, play
for
by
sure.
play. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna actually I'm gonna take the time out to read those books personally, because I mean that's something I'm like I said, you already know. No Scripts Podcast is my own independent
Yeah.
content creator. I do everything myself, from the video recording to the editing to booking the people that come on the show. As you know, I hit you personally, like, yo, you want to come on? I do everything myself. I don't have a team with me, so it takes a
Thank
lot of time,
you.
a lot of energy, and I need to
Yeah.
find out the best way to market myself as well and get myself to the masses, man. I think I have something. I think we all have something to present to the masses, as long as somebody's want to listen. And I'm gonna check that out myself. I think that's important. I mean,
The
so I
top
do.
tools for marketers right now, but those books will help you to educate yourself. But the top tools right now for independent marketers are Facebook ads, which is blowing up. Everyone knows about it now, but everyone doesn't know how to properly operate it. So if you can learn how to operate Facebook ads properly, you'll be 1,000
Mm,
leagues ahead of your competition. Um, Google ads. Google ads is YouTube. That'll help to boost your SEO. That you have a podcast, so that's huge for you. Huge for you. Google ads. And again, anyone that has videos, Google ads is huge for us.
hmm
Snapchat now has paid ads. So since they're new, that's really big as well. Getting involved with Snapchat
Okay.
ads. And
Mm,
Twitter has ad service as well. And TikTok is now starting the ad service as well. So you'll probably have, as a company, a better opportunity to get the results you're looking for.
okay.
Yeah.
So me personally, I'm at the beginning stages when it comes to ads and adding videos. So when you say like Facebook ads or Twitter ads and all these type of things, what do you mean specifically? Just for somebody that's listening like myself, what do you mean specifically?
So Facebook has this thing called Facebook Business Manager. And when you go into Facebook Business Manager, it teaches you, not teaches you, I'm sorry, it shows you how to run ads. And you'll see the button for like the green plus button to create a new campaign. And when you create that campaign, you pick in the style image or a video, and then you pick your demographic, you pick all the regions, the ages, where in the world, the keywords you want it to be attached to. You even be able to go as far and find like other pages or channels that are similar and put that in to key it. And then you'd run the ad, pick your budget, pick how long you want to run the ad for, and then you check your results when it's done. What a marketer does and a marketing service does is they run ads continuously and they collate the data and then they go over the analytics. And that's how you figure out how to really get your groove.
For sure, definitely. I'm gonna check into that a little bit more to find out again for myself. And I think that people that are watching, because I know a lot of people, they have their own businesses that are watching as well. They want to know how they can best utilize their marketing dollars or their dollars to be able to market to get themselves in front of an audience. So I think that's important. Thank you for that information, for
Most
sure.
definitely. Most definitely.
So in the age that we live in right now, where the cell phone is the computer, right? You can process and put anything up there at this time. Do you think that it is a better time to be an artist or somebody in front of the camera right now than it was probably 10, 15, 20 years ago?
This is the best time to be an artist. There's never been a better time to be an artist, a creator, entrepreneur. Um, because there's never been a more even playing field.
Mm,
Regardless of what any person says, regardless of the conditions you're in, regardless of your geographic location, if you can get access to a cell phone, once you get access to that cell phone, if it's any type of up to date phone, and you can get the apps that we have, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, any of them, then literally you can go from 0 to 10 million. It's your choice. It's your choice to break from the program and to understand that anyone can use these tools. And the proof is in just looking at everyone that's using the tools from the ages of 5 years old succeeding all the way up to 60 and 70-year-olds succeeding, who before they stepped onto these platforms never used technology, never really knew nothing. So the reality is we're all already being programmed. Day to day, our programs are being strengthened, but the tools to break free from the programming is all around us. At the same time as those tools existing, There are those around us who will denigrate the tools and get us to look down upon the tools because they don't want salvation either. It takes too much work. So no one's going to sit there and push you and say, yo, bro, you should be on TikTok every night doing lives, because if you do, you'll be able to get to the point where you'll have 10,000 followers I gained in 3 weeks. No one was pushing me to do it. I had to just go, and I figured it out. So the reality is the tools are here, but most people that have access to the tools, unfortunately, aren't pushing it on us. And then even when they do, we reject it.
Damn, that's deep, man. I never even thought about that. Myself personally, I mean, I've been on Facebook for a bit of time, Instagram as well, Twitter, not longer than I'd say maybe 5 or 6 years personally. So I'm like, as far as me, I'm just learning how to use certain things and use it to my fullest advantage. I haven't gotten on TikTok yet, so I'm not too familiar with it. I just got on Snapchat recently, just trying to promote videos and do things like that and find out how to best utilize it. Is there a best way to find out how to utilize these different platforms, whether it be like a TikTok or a Snapchat or Instagram, to your best ability? I mean, I guess you can Google it and these kind of things, right? And find out how to best utilize it for what you need, I'm assuming.
Google and YouTube. I
Yeah.
won't ever lie. YouTube, trial and error in YouTube. I went on to YouTube repeatedly, and I watched tutorial videos on how to run campaigns, tutorial videos on how to do other things, and then trial and error, trial and error, trial and error, and being able to dedicate those hours to yourself the same way you would dedicate those hours if you went to go work for someone else. I tell people all the time, when you're in a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, parents, whatever, they'll get to those moments where we get jobs and we enter the real world, right? And you kind of lose pieces of yourself because the world takes it from you. But the world didn't take it from you. You gave it. So for the person that works 40 hours a week, but they chose to have a family and a relationship, it's not the family's fault that you don't have energy. It's not the family's fault that you feel drained. But you will go put your game face on every morning for the job and then come home and not have nothing to give to the people you say you love and you say you care about. We're all slaves to a program to some degree. Our freedom lies in understanding the value of our time. Our time has such value, and we're taught to believe that it has none. Not if you believe that your time, your lifespan, hours out of your life are really worth 15 an hour, 20 an hour, 30 an hour. And I don't really believe there's too many humans that, if we think about it, believe it. They're just tricked into thinking that is their worth because someone else is in a position. These apps give us the opportunity, like I said, to even the playing field, and everyone's in the same position. YouTube will give you all the advice you need. You just have to be willing to dedicate those hours to yourself, as you're currently doing, I'm currently doing. But for all the independent artists, the wannabe artists, the people that, and I say wannabe because if you're not doing it, you want to be it.
Exactly.
It's not a diss. It's not a diss. Until you do it, you want to be it. You're not there yet. Just like me. Until I really did the real work, I was talking about being an artist, but I wasn't living as an artist, and I wasn't making money as an artist, and I wasn't being recognized as an artist. I had people still coming to me like, oh, you're the trainer, you're the personal trainer. So they didn't do anything wrong. I wasn't recognizing my value. I didn't believe in my value. Not enough that I'd push it. Not enough that I'd make it the narrative that we had to discuss. I don't want to talk about being in the gym. I'm Kid Works. I want to talk about this.
Talk about it. That's dope, man. Man, the energy of this conversation is amazing, man. Again, we can keep going on and on and on. Man. I'm loving it, man. I'm enjoying it. And again, I appreciate you for joining us, man.
I appreciate you.
So far for 2020, what would you say has been your biggest accomplishment so far? I mean, you talked about tons of different things that you've done so far. And just in the story that you've given me, I respect the admiration and how far you've come. But what would you say so far has been your biggest or your biggest accomplishment or your best accomplishment? I mean, that you are most proud of.
2020, I don't know. Opening my eyes. 2020 was the year. It was only in the past 7 months that I stepped it up. I'll be so honest about it. Since the release of Gone Hotter, I've been moving in the direction I needed to move, keeping my foot on the pedal, slowly eliminating people out of my circle that are not beneficial to the destiny I've written for myself. And being, again, steadfast in my resolve to say, I don't care how any of you feel about it. I have made my decision for me. This is the direction. This is the path. You don't have to walk it with me, but you have to let me know if you are or aren't. And I've put everyone in that corner at this point. So me keeping my energy like this is my biggest accomplishment, because so many people, whether it's the people I care about, the people close to me, friends, homies, anything, no one's really understanding it. And I get it, because I'm acting the way I needed to act the entire time if I was ever going to actually get there. And now that's effing everybody up. Everybody's looking at me like I got people that believe, and then I got people that want to believe, but they actions and they day to day and everything shows me like it is what it is. You know what I mean? I can't be mad at nobody. I got to stay my course. I got to stay my path. I got to keep applying pressure until I see what I want to see for me. So that's my biggest accomplishment. The fact that I haven't let anyone convince me to step down from the position I've taken.
Sure, man. Definitely, man. I mean, again, I respect everything that you're doing so far from your story. It's been incredible, man. I see a lot of things going for you in your future, man. As long as you keep that energy the way it is and you keep going full throttle as you've been, man, the skies is the limit for you, man. For sure. The skies is the limit, man.
I appreciate you. I love your soul, bro. I appreciate you for real.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. What would you say has been your biggest lesson thus far, being in the industry with marketing, knowing everything that plays on in the backfield? What would you say has been your biggest lesson thus far?
I think the biggest lesson is that you got to do the things in the industry. 99% of the times you got to do the things in the industry that you don't want to do and you don't see yourself doing to actually get where you want to be.
So you feel like it's about overcoming the hard obstacle of doing those things in the beginning to get to where you want to be, or do you feel like that's a continuous thing? Like continuously you're going to be doing things that you don't want to do, but it's going to get you to an ultimate goal.
It depends on how you position yourself, because if you introduce, I'll give an example, Miley Cyrus, that's a perfect example. She came in giving the world what the world wanted. She sugar pop, it was Disney, boop, 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 right?
Yep.
When she decided she was an adult and wanted to rebrand herself, it was almost the end of her career. For a split second, she did good. She did really good for herself because she snapped it back. But for that split second, it was like, whoa, you're wholesome. You know, we're telling you, this is you. And this is not it. You're done. She just didn't stop. See, most people, when someone tells you you're done, the issue is you believe you're done. So then you act done. You become done. A lot of people have been telling people they were done for a long time and they just don't stop. Dave Chappelle's a great example of that. They tried to cancel Dave Chappelle after the Sticks and Stones special. But Dave Chappelle lives in a world, I can't say akin to my own because I don't know him personally, but I like to think akin to my own based on how I see him move. Because it's like, I use the tools that are here, but I don't let these tools absorb me. And I recognize that these tools are just that. They're tools.
Definitely, man. I like that. I like that. And I like that that comparison of saying how it's a tool. Of course, you use a tool to work to your benefit. And yeah, man, that's dope, man. I like that. So within the next 5 years, where do you see yourself from now till I'll say 2025, 2026? What's your goals? Where do you see yourself in that frame of mind? And I ask that question because I like to give people the frame of mind that it's a marathon. You know what I mean? It's not a sprint. There's no overnight success. Like you said, it's hard work every single day, laying that stone down, laying that brick down to get to the finish line. You know what I mean? So where do you see yourself within in the next 5 years?
My 5 year game plan is pretty simple. I've been mapping out 5 year plans since 2010 when I went in.
Dope.
So I was on track and ahead of schedule for my 5 year plan when I came home. So by the time 2015 hit, I was 2 years ahead of my 5 year plan. When I started the plan that was supposed to be the 2015 to 2020 plan, by 2018, I was already ahead of where I was supposed to be because that's when I did the DJ K Slay tape. I connected with a major DJ in the industry, DJ K Slay.
Hmm.
Connected with the marketing. I got big jumps, each single 300,000 streams.
Yeah.
That was like a goal that I didn't see coming till a little bit later based on where I was at. So I kind of superseded what I believe. So far for the 5 year plan, that was supposed to be 2020 to 2025. I'm like a year and a half ahead of schedule right now.
That's dope.
So all I'm really seeing, if I keep my foot to the pedal, and I keep recruiting and growing with people that honestly want to grow and want to work for each other and with each other, so we can take us to the top of the mountain. Um, I just see multiple artists being released, singles nobody signed, just multiple artists that have freedom that are choosing to come to us to be released under the Lost Dynasty Culture Music Group umbrella.
Dope.
Uh, Millions of streams is a given. That's an easy thing. I know we're gonna have that. I'm really foreseeing hundreds of millions of streams based on just marketing. And as we get more profit, it'll come in and it just goes right back into the marketing program. So,
Yep.
you know, it's perpetual growth as long as I don't stop.
Mm.
And with the growth factor I'm seeing on TikTok, I'm getting about 4,000 followers per week right now. I'm 3 weeks in on TikTok. I went from 33 followers. I'm at 9,000, almost 9,500 followers in 3 weeks.
Damn.
So if I maintain this growth rate, then realistically I'll have to rewrite the 5 year plan because I've already,
Surpassed it at that point.
yeah. If everything goes as it's going, we're gonna have a little bit of a change within the next 6 to 7 months. So who knows? Realistically, I just see work, man. Work, more music, more videos, more visuals. I'm about to drop 2 3 videos. I got so much music lined up. I got so many artists lined up to drop, from Snatch Dollars from Brooklyn. Shout outs to the homie. Shout outs to the OG Snatch Dollars.
Definitely. Shout
I'm working with Chrissa SJE from Straight Jacket Entertainment down in Louisiana. He booming. He's an anime rapper who got a hella big fan bases. Big shout outs to Chrissa SJE and Fade Bully.
Shout out.
Jamal Ray got more music dropping. I'm on his heels to make sure we drop. He's dropping under the umbrella, so
Yep.
him as well. I don't know, man. I look forward to it. I look forward to the work. I look forward
Man,
to whatever comes.
it sounds like a lot of work, but a lot of work for the good, man. So I mean, I wish y'all much success in that aspect of, like you said, making sure the marketing goes right, getting out to the right people and the masses, man. The 5 year plan sounds legit, man. It sounds good. I'm excited for you, man. I'm excited to watch the journey from now to the next 5 years, man. I'll be in tune. I'm a fan. So you know what I mean. I'll definitely be
Appreciate
watching out and seeing how it goes, man. Of course, for sure, man. I did have another question, man. What was the next question I was thinking of? Oh man, what was it? So, so for yourself, with everything you got going on, how do you measure success for yourself?
I don't know. I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I preach to everyone to stop and smell the roses because I the power of now, Eckhart Tolle. I try to really allow myself to be present and in the moment. And because I try to stay in the moment, the win is that fast, it's that momentary. So I don't really feel it.
Mhm.
Because I'm on to the next moment. I'm present. I'm staying present. So it's like, oh, cool. We hit 300,000 streams on Joy. I didn't celebrate. And then, Bagdash, 300,000 streams, and I didn't celebrate. I was just like, what are we doing next? I was like, we're not at a million. I was literally I'm like, we're not at a million.
Mm.
Um, and if I would have had the million, I would have been like, we didn't hit 1.5.
That was my next question. Or do you then celebrate the million, or you just keep going? Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
think the only time I'm gonna be able to measure my success, God's honest truth, is when I got all my kids under one roof.
Mm. Definitely, man. I
I'm
mean,
not gonna
listen,
feel like I succeeded until that moment.
listen. we brought some attention on it, man. I hope that brings some positive energy towards it. I hope that
Not
brings,
always,
you know what I mean? I
always.
hope that brings some positive results for sure, man. That's important, man. That's definitely important. You know what I mean?
I
That
mean, for me, like I said, as an artist, my music is everything. My music is my cathartic release. So win, lose, or draw, even if in this world the fates don't favor me, I put in enough work and left enough of a stamp, and I'm gonna keep doing it, that my legacy will be there. And when my sons go to find me because they've been separated, they'll see what I wanted them to see. My light, my narrative was created by me. I got the pleasure to speak on BET. That video fake went viral when I dropped it. Little 50 something thousand views in like 24 hours or whatever. Nothing to be bragging about. What was the special moment? That it was live on BET when it happened. I don't care about the clip. I posted the clip. Millions saw it when it happened. That's my moment. So I've been leaving my stamp. I've been marching in the streets. I've been to rallies. I've done what people talk about doing. I've been in the raids. I did what the people talk about doing. And I turned it all of it, and it's something beautiful that I was willing to share with the world. So when my sons finally get around to that story, whether I get them under the roof or not, I still will get that win because my light and their connection to me could never be dim. On God.
yeah, man. Listen, man. On that note, we're gonna drop the mic on that one, man. It ain't gonna get no better than that as far as the
It
ending,
ain't.
man. That's incredible, man. Your story is incredible. I wish you much success. I wish, man, a bunch of positivity and great things for the future. I see great things for you for your future, man.
I
Again, I
appreciate
want
it.
to say thank you for joining the No Scripts podcast, man. Myself,
No scripts.
listen. I had a great time, man. I'm sure the people listening are having a great time listening. They
That's a
jotting notes.
fact.
They taking down notes. They
TikTok,
learning
what
from
up?
us. For sure, man. Before we get out of here, I want to make sure you give him your Instagram. Give them how they can reach out to you, man. Give them some information
Yo,
on you.
everything is at Kid Works, KYD Works. Everything is Kid Works. Kid Works on TikTok, Kid Works on Twitter, Kid Works on IG. If you search Kid Works on YouTube, if you Google Kid Works, my SEO, my search engine optimization is up. I'm popping up. I'm the only Kid Works. If you find another one, they boof. I'm telling you right now, they are boof. There's nothing to even talk. I'm telling you right now, I checked, I did my due diligence, and the trademark is already in the process. So again, I am the only Kid Works. Anyone else is boof.
Listen, Kid Works, man. Again, I thank you for coming out and joining us, man. This was an incredible conversation, man. I
I
don't use that
appreciate it.
often. This was an incredible conversation, man. I want to say thank you to everybody who listened to our whole episode, man, who checked us out, who took the
Yeah,
time out of their day, you know what I mean, to absorb
yeah.
the information, absorb the energy, man. We thank you for joining us,
Peace,
man.
light, and love.
If you're on YouTube, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so.
I'm
Hit that
about to. I ain't sub yet. I'm about to. I didn't listen.
bell.
I'm telling you now, I'm about to.
I want you to appreciate it, man. Everybody, I got to
Yeah.
go out there and do the same. Hit the bell for the notification. If you're on any other social media platform, feel free to like the video, share it, leave a comment. Let us know what you think, man. Like I said, we spent about an hour of our time, man. Just let us know what you think of the video. We definitely appreciate it. Of course, I am Kier Scott, the host and creator of the show. My Instagram is Kier Scott, KEIRSCOTT 914 on Instagram. You can find the YouTube channel Kier Scott Presents No Scripts Podcast on YouTube. And just feel free to keep tuning in. There's going to be great conversation just like this every single week, man. I thank you guys for your time. God blessings to you. Much love. Until next time. And y'all take care, man. Thank you for joining us.